The piranhas eat the beat.
Big Lou, Shane Rock, 8 niggas, where the work at? I got some bad bitches bout they bread, they be twerking. Get a boosty boo in the boot, brain ain't working. Got the money, lotion up my palms, like it's some jerky. Yeah, I hit that 2-step, time to, I'm about money. Say that pussy good and sweet, bet it tastes like honey. I be chasing for them dollars, I be looking for them stacks. Bet lil' mama gon' holler when I hit it from the back. Yeah, doggy style of ass, got her screaming out, man. They already know it's mob, ain't no need to explain. Got it tatted on my nigga, can't go against the grain. Fuck what they talking, it's $1 million thing.
Got $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up.
I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her toot it up.
I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
See my fuck dick.
Salute everybody. Welcome everybody to this demonstration. The Mastermind and the young Dolph case YouTube interview backfires. Judge destroys Govan. But before I get started with this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. I want to salute everyone that's catching this on the replay. I want to salute to everybody that's watching from the clouds. I want to salute to all of my moderators. I want to salute to the Rock Squad. And I want to salute to you if it's your first time joining us. Let me salute individually, and then we will jump into this demonstration. Salute 80s, baby. Salute 80s, baby. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute Marie. Salute Marie. Salute Mr. Prince. Salute Mr. Prince. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute Deborah. Salute. Salute Spoken Facts. Salute Spoken Facts. Marie, you on the wrong. Marie, you're on the wrong platform. If you don't got a wrench beside your name, Marie, that's because you on the wrong platform. I don't even see you. Come into the main channel, Marie. You're on the wrong platform, Marie. So come into, log out of that. You're on the backup channel, Marie. And if there's anybody that's tuning into this demonstration on the backup channel, come into the main channel. Shank Rock. Shank Rock Films is the backup channel. Shank Rock is the main channel. Marie, you're on the backup channel. So come out of the backup channel and come into the main channel. Let me read my disclaimer, and then we're going to jump into this demonstration. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. I say it time and time again, and I'm going to keep on saying it. You got to stay off of social media if you're active in the streets. If you got any criminal activities going on, you got to stay off of social media. Social media is not the place for you to be on if you are involved in any kind of criminal activity. Stay off of social media. You should not be going on none of these blogs. You should not be giving no interviews. You should not be on social media. You shouldn't even be posting pictures, because the feds can use pictures to convict you. Not just only the feds, the state. Do y'all realize that the DA, y'all do realize that law enforcement watches your social media? This is what I mean about being in the streets and moving accordingly. I'm not promoting the street life. I'm not promoting no criminal activity. I'm only saying for those that are involved in the streets and involved in criminal activity, move properly. I'm going to be getting to the actual court hearing that salute Pretty Problem Niche. Appreciate you for pulling up. I'm going to be actually playing that clip of the judge. Salute Sharon, salute Sharon. Now, the mastermind in the young Dolph case happens to be a gentleman by the name of Govan. I've done this demonstration on Govan. So if you would all go back to that demonstration, but he's the alleged mastermind. And remember, I broke this down. What was his involvement? Now, that's the alleged mastermind. The same guy is standing next to Yo Gotti's brother, Big Juke. Remember, about a month ago, Big Juke lost his life. Many believe that Big Juke lost his life. It had something to do with the young Dolph case. Allegedly, Govan received the money from Big Juke. So now Govan was able to post bond. He's out on bond. He's out on bond. And he's been out on bond, believe, maybe 2-3 years now. He's been out on bond. But he's the mastermind. He's the one that put the whole young Dolph hit together. He received, allegedly, money from Big Juke. And then with that money, he hired the hitters. These are the hitters, the alleged hitters. You see Hernandez, Govan. The hitters allegedly is Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson. So what would make Hernandez Govan do an interview on YouTube talking about the case? Everybody is not built for this street life. Everybody should not be involved in criminal activity. The object of the game is to not get caught. The object of the game is to not open your mouth and tell on no one, including yourself. Those are the rules. Those are the objects of the game. I ain't come up with the rules. Those rules been around for aeon years. I'm experiencing technical difficulties, so y'all just bear with me. But those are the rules. So I want to ask y'all, and y'all let me know, because I want us to stay, you know, with each other. If Govan, if he's the mastermind, he's out on bond, what will make him come to YouTube and do an interview about the case? I'll leave that up to you all to decide. What will make him come to YouTube and discuss the case. Also, by the way, make sure y'all hashtag Shankrock for president. Yes. Hey, I feel like with all the other presidents before me, I feel like lately, if the presidents have been doing such a horrible job, I feel like if they allow anybody to become president, I feel like, why shouldn't I run for president? Yes, yes, you heard it out my mouth. Hashtag Shankrock for president. You never know. Nobody expected Obama to become president. Nobody expected Trump to become president. The only reason why Biden became president was to get Trump out of office. So maybe I'll roll the dice. Who knows? Maybe I'll get elected or selected to be president. But enough of me. Enough of me. I'm going to play this clip, y'all. Now, this is the judge, and the judge is, you know, pretty much basically destroying Govan. Just my audio, everything is acting up today, y'all. But here we go, y'all.
I don't have to tell you how serious these charges are. I know I don't even have to go back through that. Okay. I also shouldn't have to remind you that you're out on a bond and the court has put you under some real serious or some real tight stipulations.
Yes, ma'am.
At this point, the court feels like you're playing fast and loose with the court in these stipulations. And I don't like that. You have filed a motion through your attorney asking me to review your bond conditions. And before we could ever do that, I get a message from a concerned citizen that you're out doing interviews. Whether you're talking about this case or not, you're doing interviews. And the court doesn't like the fact that you feel free enough to do interviews. Because what could be happening is that you could be in jail. And it's a whole lot easier to supervise you there. But you've been given the opportunity to post a bond with bond conditions, and you're not doing those things you need to do. We're going to review those bond conditions on March the 1st. But let me make myself extremely clear to you that you are to not have any interviews with anybody for any reason. Your attorney has assured me that nothing was said about this case in that interview, and I have no reason not to believe what he told me was true. But like I said, you should not be interviewing with anyone. You should not be making any public statements.
What did the judge say? What did the judge say? The judge said that you should not be making no public statements. The judge also said you shouldn't be doing no interviews, whether you're discussing the case or not. I mean, that's just proper protocol. Salute, Mel. Salute, Mel. It's a such thing as protocol. And in this case, he did not follow the proper protocol. It's one thing. This is why, to me, the young Dolph case, to me, seems very, very strange. Because how is it that the mastermind was given a bond in the first place? He's the mastermind, allegedly. Allegedly, he's the mastermind. How was the mastermind of this case given a bond? Because surely if he was able to come up with this scheme to get young Dolph hit, get young Dolph taken up out of here, then for surely he has the capability of masterminding, putting together a hit on other folks. Why is it that when it comes to the jurisdiction system, why is it when it comes to the criminal system, how is it that offenders like this are always, for some strange reason, able to slip through the gap? Do y'all realize by giving him a bond, we see he posted bond. Do y'all realize what's that saying to the community? Here you got a man that's behind young Dolph's murder and he's free on bond. But the shooters that actually allegedly did the crime are still in jail. In my perspective, I don't feel as though any of them should have received bond. And this is the biggest problem that we're having. And if you notice, 90% of these cases are always committed by repeated offenders. You say they wasn't supposed to have been on the streets in the first place. How is it that they were able, with a violent history, with a violent crime, how was they able to get back on the streets? And what they do once they get back on the streets. Prime example. They get back on the streets and they do something they ain't got no business doing. It's always, almost always, it goes down that way. Every time. You see it over and over again. What's the purpose? Salute Sages. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Now, the judge, in my opinion, the judge should revoke his bail. It's just no question. The judge should revoke his bond. There's no getting around it. See, this is the problem that we're having. The problem that we're having is the accountability, and not only the accountability, the strong laws. If you visit any of these other countries, this would not happen. And then we wonder why taxes are up, because y'all do realize that it's the taxpayers' money that's paying for all of this. I hope y'all do know that. Now, if I was the president, and this is why I said hashtag Shank Rock for president. If I become president, I guarantee taxes will definitely get lowered. I can promise y'all that. I can promise y'all wouldn't be paying high taxes. That's why it's very important to know exactly who it is that you're voting for. Some people focus on the policies, and I do believe you got to focus in on the policies, but along with the policies, you got to focus on exactly who it is behind those policies. If I put in motion a policy of mine, then you should want to know exactly who I am. Shank Rock for president. Somebody got to clean this up. Somebody got to get in office and make a difference and make a change. Instead of us continuously keep waiting and waiting, most of us keep praying and praying, when the power to make a change is right there in all of our hands. Sagittarius, I definitely would like for you to be my vice president. Sagittarius definitely would be my vice president. Hashtag Shank Rock for president. But back to Govan. This is just a waste of the taxpayers' dollars.
Connected.
And you should be in the house. That means not going to anybody's funeral. Put your hand down. You're speaking through your attorney at this point.
Yes, ma'am.
That means not going to funerals or anywhere else. That means in the house as of right now.
Yes, ma'am.
And about you not showing up on yesterday or showing up and then leaving because your counsel thought it was appropriate to allow you to go home because you were getting a barrage of phone calls, that's neither here nor there. When you're supposed to be here, you're supposed to be here.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up. The attorney said he couldn't be there because he had a variety of phone calls. You come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Do y'all realize what was just said? Do y'all realize what the judge just said? That his attorney stated. The attorney said, oh, he couldn't be here because of phone calls that he needed to attend to. Phone calls? Come on, man. Come on, people. Come on, people. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to do better? When? Y'all can see how easily things has slipped out of our control. We don't got no control over nothing. We don't got no control over the police. Prove me wrong. We don't got no control over the education. Prove me wrong. We don't got no control over the government. Prove me wrong. We don't even got control over our own babies. Prove me wrong. Last but least, we don't even got control over ourselves. We are the least disciplined people on the face of the earth. We do what we want to do. We are driving ourselves to an early grave. You know why? Because we don't care. It reminds me of the people doing Sodom and Gomorrah time. If y'all familiar with the Bible, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. During the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, the people was running wild. They were committing all kind of sex acts. They was committing all kind of murderous acts. Look at America today. The people in Sodom and Gomorrah was partying. They were jumping up. They were free. They felt like they were free of everything. Go back to the time of Moses, when Moses helped free the children of Israel out of bondage. And he went to meet with God the second time to get the second commandments. And he came back. The people was out of their mind. They lost control. They were partying. They were committing all kind of sexual activity. All kind of things was going on. During the time of Noah, here come the flood. The people didn't want to listen to Noah. They didn't want to listen to the old man. They felt like he was old man with gray hair. They felt like he don't know what he talking about. He old. But Noah kept doing what? Noah kept building the ark. And during those years of him building the ark, he was losing family members. He was losing friends. He was losing all kind of people. He was losing supporters. But Noah kept doing what? Noah kept the mission. He kept building the ark. Because he knew the flood was coming. How did he know the flood was coming? Because he know what God promised him. He know what God told him. People, do y'all realize the flood is coming? Y'all don't see? Y'all don't see the conditions in America? Y'all don't see that. Are y'all aware? At the Kansas City Super Bowl celebration, those were juveniles out there that was doing the shooting. Y'all don't see this. Y'all not concerned with this. Sure, there's a way to turn things around, Sages. Sure, there's a way to turn things around. But the only way things going to get turned around is through the people. Nothing else. I'm just being honest with you. Nobody else. The politicians, the government, the police, it's the people that got to change. It's the people that got to turn things around. But when you got a people that just don't care, when you got a people that really only care about themselves and don't care about the next person, that's why we in the condition. That's why we in the situation that we in. Because as long as it's not happening to you, as long as it's not happening to her, as long as it's not happening to him, then the people feel like I ain't being bothered with that. I ain't being concerned with that. That's the problem. That's the problem. Accountability, responsibility. When will it stop? When will it end? So you got, Miss Mel said you got to have the right people in the right places, even in the workforce. And that's so true, Mel. That's so true. You got to have the right people. And unfortunately, it might be 3 or 4 people compared to 100 people. But believe it or not, those 3 to 4 people can make a change. Those 3 to 4 people can make things happen. But those 4 people got to focus on what they each bring to the table. The vice president can't be focusing on the president. The vice president got to focus on what the vice president is supposed to be doing, because so many times that's what happened. So many times that's what happened to wonderful organizations. That's what happened to a lot of great families, a lot of organizations. That's what happened, because everybody is worried about everybody else. And when you worry about everybody else, you fail to perform your duty. If I'm the CEO And if I gotta worry about all the people that's underneath me, then guess what? That leaves me, that takes me away from me performing my CEO duties. So Mel is excellent. Mel is absolutely right. You got to have the right people in place. You can't have all these people running around and running wild. That's what's happening with these rap labels. That's what's happening with these rappers. They got all these other people underneath them. You got 100 people underneath you. You got all 100 people running wild. But guess what happens when the shit hits the fan? Guess who takes the hit? You take the hit. Nobody gonna mention nothing about the people that's underneath you that's causing these problems. They gonna mention you. You gonna take the hit. So as a rapper, check your entourage. As a rapper, take it from me, check your entourage. Check the people that's running with you. You can't have everybody running with you as a rapper. They gonna mess it up. I'm telling you, they gonna mess it up. Look at all the rappers before you. And you are the one that's gonna take the hit. You gonna be the one that's gonna take the fall. So if you're a rapper and you out here, man, take it from me. Take it from me. Had probably about 2 or 3 solid ones that's rolling with you. Everybody else, nah. Now, do that means you can't look out for them? That's not what that means. You could still look out for folks, but you can't look out for everybody. Let me put that out there. As a rapper, you can't look out for everybody. You can get that out of the equation. If you think that as a rapper, you think that you could look out for everybody, it ain't happening. Because as a rapper, you gotta know everybody don't have good intentions when they with you. Exactly. They need to stop feeding everyone. You can't feed everyone. It is what it is. You can't. I'm talking to the rappers. I'm talking to the ones that's up and coming rappers. You cannot look out for everybody. You cannot feed everybody. You're going to lose some friends. You're going to lose some homies. That's all right. That's all right if you lose a homie or two. Because the last time I checked, it's going to be your homie that's going to set you up and get you murked. It's going to be your homie that set you up and get you robbed. If you ain't learned nothing from Tupac, that's the one thing that you need to learn. Don't get caught up on nothing else when it comes to Tupac. Focus in on what was done to Tupac by his own homies. Way before he got to death row. Don't focus on Tupac when he was on death row. Go back. Go back to when he got robbed, when he got shot in New York. His homie set him up. Somebody that he was feeding. Somebody that he was feeding set him up. So now we look at the young Dolph. We look at the Yo Gotti. You got these rappers that's worth millions and millions of dollars. Young Dolph is no longer with us. Young Dolph is no longer with us. Mel says, look at the people that exceeded. They took their 3 to 5 closest friends and left the rest behind. Soon they find their own way and branch off. Kevin Hart is not a rapper, but a perfect example. Kevin Hart is a perfect example. That's just the way it goes. I'm talking to the rappers. Mel says he took his 5 closest friends and they are the ones that keep him in check. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need a whole entourage. Listen, you don't need no shooters. Got to change the mind frame. You don't need no shooters. The 2 M's don't mix. Money and murder don't mix. Trust me. You want to be as far away from that as you can. Salute Capricorn. Salute Capricorn. You want to be far away from that lifestyle as you can. Salute Duke. You want to be that far away from it as you can. Listen to me. You ain't got to listen to me. You can listen to somebody else tell you the same things that I'm telling you. Don't wait till you get in the penitentiary. You don't want to go to the penitentiary. Sure, you could probably handle it with these. Physically, sure, you could probably handle it. But mentally, it's going to break you. When you realize all the people that you thought was corny and lame, you're going to realize when you hit the penitentiary, you're going to realize you, along with all them other motherfuckers in that prison, is the real corny and lame ones. You ain't got to listen to me, but just make sure you hashtag Shank Rock for president and me and you good. Salute Rosemary. You ain't got to listen to me, but just kindly hashtag Shank Rock for president. But when you get into prison, you're going to look around and you're going to see that you and all of them other folks in that prison is the real corny and lame ones. And you're going to recall all the ones on the outside that you considered to be corny and lame, the ones that were working a 9 to 5, the ones that was going to school and getting an education, the ones that were living out their dreams and going for their dreams and everything. You know, the ones that seem corny and lame to you, you're going to realize, damn, they wasn't the ones that was corny and lame. The choice is yours. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? What is you doing, Shank, that you're supposed to be doing? I'm playing my part. I'm letting God use me. I'm delivering the message. I've done what I'm supposed to do. You'll never be able to say, Shank Rock didn't warn you. You know, you'll never be able to say that. When it all comes back, when it all plays out, you'll never be able to say, you'll never be able to come to me and say, Shank Rock, why you ain't tell me? Shank Rock, why you ain't warn me? So that's why we want to hashtag Shank Rock for president. I might as well become the president. Oh, y'all don't think I could become president? Y'all don't think that I would do a good job at being a president. Sure, I would. Sure, I would. I would raise the taxes, not raise them. I would lower the taxes. I would get the people on one accord. You took a chance with all them other presidents. Why not take a chance with me? Remember, y'all, hashtag Shank Rock for president. All I want to do is play my part. That's it. The rest of my life, I just want to play my part. How can I help? How can I be of an assistant to you, and you? How can I make your life better? How can I make the American people's lives better? It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Let me jump down to the chat. Salute Nola. And yes, y'all could still roast me. I'll never take that away from y'all. Y'all could still roast me. But seriously, people. Because see, we come from a generation when we seen injustice. We come from that generation where as though we took a stand. We were the first generations, we were some of the generations that was able to read and see what Black History Month was all about. Salute Still Swinging Podcast. We come from that generation. But I need to talk to that particular generation. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why is it that in 2024, why is it that Black History Month is still about Martin Luther King? Why is it still about Malcolm X? Why is it still about all of those Black folks from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s? Why isn't Black History Month 2024, why aren't they celebrating us? Why aren't they celebrating Shank Rock? Why aren't they celebrating Nola, 80s Baby, Swinging for Podcast? Why isn't they celebrating us in 2024? You know why? We ain't done nothing. We ain't go hard like those before us. We got to make a change. I got to make a change. You got to make a change. He got to make a change. She got to make a change. I know it ain't easy. Nobody said the road to success. Nobody said the road to the kingdom of God. Nobody said that your life was going to be an easy ride. Nobody said that. So if you're looking for an easy ride, if you think that it's supposed to always be cookies and cream, if you think that you're not going to be faced with adversary, if you think that you're not going to have trials and tribulations, if you think that you just going to skate through and not get hit, how in the hell are you supposed to be a fighter and every time you get hit, you crumble up? That's not how this thing works. When I used to read and I used to watch the Martin Luther King movies, when I watched Malcolm X, when I watched the Black Panthers, when I watched all those great people and all those great organizations, I said, damn. I said, man, that's gangster. I said, damn. I said, those are real OGs. I said, damn. I said, those are real men and women. They stood for something. I'm trying to tell y'all something. They gave their life for something. They gave their freedom for something. You do know that one day you're going to go in the hole. One day you're going to die. So you can try to hold on to your life all you want. But they gave their lives, man, for me. They gave their lives for you. But when Black History Month roll around, are you being talked about? Are you being celebrated? When Black History Month roll around, is Shank Rock being celebrated? What are we leaving behind? What's our legacy? A bunch of jewelry, a bunch of cars, a bunch of clothes. What's our legacy? Give me a little bit more time and I'm going to let y'all go. We have allowed all of this to slip away from us. We have allowed all of this to slip away from us. Hashtag Shank Rock for president. Thank you, 80s baby. Hashtag Shank Rock for president. Give me a chance. Give me a podium. Give me a microphone. To get to everybody else that come before you all and deceive you, tell you what you want to hear. Why not give the microphone? Why not get a spotlight to somebody that's going to keep it 100? Why not get a microphone to somebody that's going to stand 10 toes down and fight for you and fight with you? Give it to me. Give it to me. Make sure when you pull up in the chat, make sure you show me just how much you rocking with me by hashtag Shank Rock for president. Make sure when you look at my demonstrations, make sure in the comment section, hashtag Shank Rock for president. A change got to come. Let me recap, and then I'm going to get out of here. For those that just pulled up.
Bluetooth.
Then I'll let you all get out of
Connected.
here. Pulled up.
Mr. Govan, I don't have to tell you how serious these charges are. I know I don't even have to go back through that. Okay? I also shouldn't have to remind you that you're out on a bond and the court has put you under some real serious or some real tight stipulations.
Yes, ma'am.
At this point, the court feels like you're playing fast and loose with the court and these stipulations. And I don't like that. You have filed a motion with your attorney asking me to review your bond conditions. And before we could ever do that, I get a message from a concerned citizen that you're out doing interviews. Whether you're talking about this case or not, you're doing interviews. And the court doesn't like the fact that you feel free enough to do interviews. Because what could be happening is that you could be in jail. And it's a whole lot easier to supervise you there. But you've been given the opportunity to post a bond with bond conditions, and you're not doing those things you need to do. We're going to review those bond conditions on March the 1st. But let me make myself extremely clear to you that you are to not have any interviews with anybody for any reason. Your attorney has assured me that nothing was said about this case in that interview, and I have no reason not to believe what he told me was true. But like I said, you should not be interviewing with anyone. You should not be making any public statements, and you should be in the house. That means not going to anybody's funeral. Put your hand down. You're speaking through your attorney at this point.
Yes, ma'am.
That means not going to funerals or anywhere else. That means in the house as of right now.
Yes, ma'am.
And about you not showing up on yesterday or showing up and then leaving because your counsel thought it was appropriate to allow you to go home because you were getting a barrage of phone calls, that's neither here nor there. When you're supposed to be here, you're supposed to be here. Were you not on my docket yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
You were supposed to be here. Bottom line.
And I thought I was. He instructed me not to come. I was.
Like I said, you are supposed to be here. Whether your attorney is here or not, you should be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what house arrest means as of this point?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll see you back here on March the 1st, sir.
All right, thank you.
Please don't give me any reason to revoke this bond.
All
And
right.
then we won't even have to have this conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
March 1st.
Will his bond get revoked? We're all going to wait. We're going to wait. Salute everybody. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I will be going live. Going to do 2 demonstrations on the Still Swinging podcast. I'm going to do another demonstration on this one. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Still Swinging podcast. I'm going to do another one on this one, and I'm going to do a demonstration on the backup channel, Shank Rock Films. So if I could get everybody to hang out with me today, I really would appreciate it. I don't get very often days like this when I'm pretty much available. So I need everybody to hang out with Shank Rock and the Rock Squad today. I'll be posting the demonstrations for all of the platforms. So I'll see y'all. What time is it? 2. I'll see y'all back again. Matter of fact, on the Still Swinging podcast at 5 o'clock. Salute everybody. I'll leave the chat hanging. I'll leave the chat rolling, and y'all can hang around. Salute. See everybody at 5 o'clock on the Still Swinging podcast.
In this street, yeah, I lay down long. It's just scratching, banging on my chest like I'm Cat Kong. A very freaky girl, not the type to take the mama. Had a crushing pill, smoking weed like a combine. Not the cutest nigga, but my pimp game strong. Old nigga, no Viagra, but my dick stay hard. Up and down chick, cause she help me put in work. Catch your ass slipping while you flirting with her skirt. See, I live life the G-way, getting on the freeway. She look good, but pimpin' ain't easy. If she ain't nasty, then she can't please me. I'm seductive type, touch me, tease
Got a $1
me.
million thing, I don't give a fuck. I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her tune it up.
Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
She stay up in the bed, now watch her tune it up.
Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
It's $1 million affair, the jewels be gleaming. When I walk in, them pretty hoes be scheming, trying to figure a way that they could give me a threesome. By the end of the night, them sucker niggas be beaming. But I'm on my shit, the 4/5 on hit, just in case them niggas right there wanna trip. I knocked a sip for his chick a few years ago. Put her up on some gang, showed her how to get dough. I got $1 million THANG in the club with a BADDIE. She said she loves me in that movie, OG like me. And all them hoes from her hood wanna see about me.
Got a $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
She stay up in the bag, now watch her toot it up.
Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up. I'm trying to $1 million thing, I don't give a fuck. Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.
She stay up in the bag, now watch her toot it up.
Before I beat that pussy up, I'm trying to finger it up.